she's become successful and a powerful businesswoman. So the first question I asked her, what is the name of your company and when did you start? And her response was, All Star Management is my company's name, and I've been a part of it for 15 years. Then I went on to ask her if her business was a partnership corporation, LLC, and she told me that it was an LLC. Then I went on to ask her where her company is located and why, and she told me that it's out of Westford with a shell company in Puerto Rico, which she calls Elite Services. I asked her if she could tell us more about how working from home in Puerto Rico works for her. And she said that All Star Management is in her hometown, so she's been able to raise her children and manage her business better while being able to save on gas for her and her employees. Elite Services is also based out of Puerto Rico, and this helps with cutting down on labor costs and materials and allows her to better price contractors both in Massachusetts and her clients in Puerto Rico. Before her initial investment in the company, I asked her if she had produced a business plan, and she said that she didn't. And according to her, she said, I knew I wanted to own properties and rent out spaces while being able to provide services to the community, such as home improvement, lawn care, plumbing, etc., at better prices. I stumbled on this opportunity to take over All Star Management, which allowed me all of that, so there never really was a need for a business plan. I went on to ask if she did not form a business plan, did she think having one would help? And she said that if you are a brand new company, of course a business plan will help and get things going. But in her situation, she believed that it was crucial to keep in mind that not everything works out according to plan, and that she needed to be flexible due to her own growing needs as a company. I then went on to ask her how she marketed her business services. And her response was, I leveraged my business in Puerto Rico so my clients in Massachusetts have access to services and a great price for it, on top of renting out the spaces of the buildings I own. It is attractive to potential clients knowing there is more to the property available other than just office space. I also have my own Facebook group as well as relying on word of mouth. Next, I asked her, what do you suggest for someone who wants to take on a role like yours as a businesswoman and a leader? And she responded, well, I believe that social media can truly help get your business out there without incurring such costly advertising expenses. It also helps to market what makes your business different from others in that field, like what I did with All Star Management and Elite Services. If you want to manage a group of awesome employees, keep them involved in the process and treat them like family. When starting her company, how many employees did she hire? And she told me that she had hired an assistant, and that person handled basically the advertising and marketing. And then she hired a group of landscapers so that she could offer her services to tenants both in Massachusetts and Puerto Rico. Then I went on to ask, how do you keep your employees motivated to work? As this is a big part of how I feel she's a great leader in my life. And she went on to say, my management and leadership style is one that believes you manage from down up. Every individual needs to learn to manage themselves. I believe in self-starters, and the best way to nourish that is to allow them to manage themselves first, to show that they can do it, then allow them to start managing others and take on more responsibility. It is more important that I try to be kind, treat them like family, and I think that really motivates them to keep trying. If you do it yourself, if you have someone who is kind to you and takes you in as their own, you can be more productive as an employee, a manager, and as a leader. My next question for her was about her experience, and seeing what kind of roadblocks someone can anticipate when trying to own their own business and even become a leader. And she said that she felt like you should always go into a business knowing you'll have setbacks, and knowing that not everything is in control, like the economy and politics. But she said that you do need to be flexible and adjust to the current times. She did admit that the biggest roadblock was herself, and that she feels that you need to always try as a business owner. Also saying that solutions are always available, and if you are persistent, those who work for you will also persevere. And lastly, I asked her what inspired her to start a business and what advice she could give to those wanting to become a leader in their line of work. And her response was, I was inspired to start a business because I wanted to help the community and had taken management classes, which made me realize I could use my business to help people. With that said, my advice is to do the best you can and be the best you can with what you have, and to never stop trying. If you have a dream, break down the steps and turn it into small, reachable goals. Also, don't partner with anyone until your business is grounded, because the first few years as a business are your opportunity to mold the company into anything you want. Lastly, always be willing to learn. Then I listed a few fun facts here. You can go ahead and read those at your leisure. Mostly what I found cool is that she actually had the same leadership style as I, with the blue. So I found that pretty cool. And then just a simple photo of us. You can see that's me, my boyfriend, and Sage.